Yo, welcome in. I know not my normal Friday, but we're doing a regular Friday during the day stream. Not going to be able to do Printer Friday tonight, unfortunately, but welcome in, everybody. Oh yeah, gone EJ Timothy. Oh yeah, about to get taken out here real quick. I gotta pay slight attention here while I'm getting in here. Lawn Bear Smolps, Garen, Eagles fan, yo. Smolps, Sorted Curse, welcome in. Printer Saturday, no promises on that. Might just miss the printer. I know you guys love the printer and well done steaks and stuff, but I might have to just skip it this week. Save up all the enthusiasm and excitement for next Friday, maybe. Marty, good luck, sir. Yeah, I need it. These other Chaos Sanctuary runs so far have been rough. Not that I'm on number like Chaos Sanctuary run 750 or something. I haven't found nothing, but I mean 70 runs, and it's been pretty light on the drop. So I'd say that's uncommon to go 70 Chaos clears with like nothing to really show for it, but a few little things, but you know, the same stuff I get from Andy or Meph, though. You get out of the way so I can go forward to a larger pack. Eagles fan city's canceling my sub. No Printer Friday. I signed up for Printer Fridays. Yeah, I wouldn't blame you. They are pretty hype after all. Wouldn't blame you. How about that NFL draft, huh? Any Arizona Cardinal fans in the chat? I might say, what are you doing? Yo from PH. Is PH like short for Philippines, or PH like a city? Live in Arizona, and that is a hard no. Yeah, boy, drafting Jeremiah Love after last year re-signing Connor, I believe it was, 2 years ago, using a second-round pick on Benson, and then signing what's his name here just recently. What are they doing? The owner literally said that they drafted Love to sell more to sell tickets and to sell jerseys. No joke. The owner literally said that. It's crazy. Starting early today. Yeah, no Printer Friday today, just a regular stream today. So time for Trav. No. Nope. We're doing Chaos Sanctuary, as the title says. Just some Chaos. Port Huron, so the city. Gotcha. Okay, I know where that is. Wet Hogs is happy Friday. Same to you. Garen, Sterling Heights. I also know where that is. Well aware. Welcome in all you Michigan legends. I mean, everyone's a legend in chat, of course, but fellow Michiganders. Why no Trav? Because I'm running Cass. Yeah, Pismeyer, final run right here today, right? I can't do another one. Real mature. Zoomiverse, howdy, welcome in. Now this run didn't go too bad. I mean, I'm not going to be Giga Chad speed with no Enigma, but I need to speed my run times up a little bit here, to be perfectly honest. Through a few different streams, not even getting to 100 runs yet is kind of tragic. Ogre Blood Chief. Love the name. Definitely Ogre, right? But, Cadillac, you say. Okay. I sort of know where that is. It's more up. But yeah. Oh, wait a second. There's something. I mean, how notable? I don't remember which one this is. Sorry, I haven't memorized the unique books yet. Which one is this? We'll find out right now. Oh, Measured Wrath. Okay. Warlock with, I feel like these could probably roll higher than 1s and 2s. Like, they should probably be 3s, huh? But, ooh, man. There was a Warlock with the busted Tainted build now. That could possibly happen in the new patch. Or it could get nerfed. Or buffed even more. Okay, that's cool. We'll keep it. Sure. Fonzo, welcome in. Yeah, so we got one of the books. That's neat. Okay. I don't need to keep those. Burning Essence of Terror. Okay. Yeah, decent cool find. I feel like... Actually, I'm going to look it up real quick because I don't know this one at all. Actually, I can just look it up in the Chronicle, actually, can't I? To see what they roll as. Armor... Yeah, Measured Wrath. Yeah, I was going to say, they probably are all 3s, aren't they? 3, 3, 3. Oh, well. That and Ur's Dol Mephisto. The only the 2 I found so far. Okay, another book. Neato. Eon, welcome in. Book's going to be useful soon. Yeah, I mean, it still could be. Obviously, yeah, when you can't use shields up with two-handed weapons anymore, would be make them more, give them more utility, we'll call it, yeah. Give it more utility. Whoops. The wrong button there, of course. Are essences part of the new Grail item we need to find? I don't believe so. I think it's only like unique items and set items. I don't think a lot of the other items really count in the Chronicle. I mean, and rune words, right? But Co. Oh, 73 Sork struggling in hell. I farm runes and Nightmare trying to work up early gear. So as long as with a sorceress, as long as you have like stealth armor, and like maybe a spirit sword, like you don't really need much of anything else, to be honest. Never forget that you can just teleport past everything. Anything you don't want to fight with sorceress, you can just teleport past. So in Act 1, all you need to do is take out Andariel. Any other monster you take out is like, you take out whatever you want to, but you don't have to take out any monster except for Andariel. That's it in Act 1. Act 2, the only actual monster you have to actually take out is Duriel. Everything else, like, it's going to be tough to not kill any other monster in Act 2, I'll be honest. But you don't have to. I'm just saying. Too bad Chronicle doesn't check off individual runes. I guess sorta, kinda. I mean, I guess if you... The only way you can really account for that is if you make every rune word, you've obviously found every rune, but every rune word is quite a tall bill. What's the saying I'm going for? You know what I mean. Delta says summoner. No, you don't have to take out the summoner. I generally never do, actually. You just teleport past, hit the little book, the portal opens, you go through. I think it's like, what is it? If you don't take out the summoner, you can't go through somebody else's portal to get to the Canyon of Magi. But if you're playing the game yourself, that you don't have to worry about going through someone else's portal. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not too familiar on that exact one, but I know there is a case there. But you don't have to. Pacifist run when? Done. Pacifist run's been done in the past by somebody else. I would never think about it. Mega double pass on that one. All order. Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah. You get what I am saying, man. No skills. Bro. Oops. Charge. But yeah, just by the law of averages, things are gonna be turning around today. Allegedly. Oh, why didn't that not work? Don't forget, YouTube, hit that like button for me. Greatly appreciate it. Why are they not? Oh, I have the wrong weapon out. I'm like, why is it taking so long to take these guys out? I'm using my tele staff to attack. Whoopsie, messed that all up. Yeah, D-Gen. Running your staff, Phil. Yeah, I didn't see what you said that before. Didn't notice. How could you guys possibly expect me to know what I'm doing here? You're not watching the right stream if you expect me to know what I'm doing. Mage Damon, welcome in. Marin. We'll go Marin, I guess. This is just players 3 difficulty. I have good gear, but not perfect gear, so D7's not what I want to be doing right now. And why not? These guys are high enough to give me something good, right? Okay, I guess I didn't click there. First Annie last night, Drake. Congratulations. Annie's a reasonably good boost. Would love to get us some torches. This would be great. There's so many things I want to do, and I want to get them all right now, right? Torches. I want to go get the Burr Rune to get Enigma. But, like, man. What am I going to do next? Go farm the keys or try to get the Burr Rune or I don't know. Try to get more Grailers. Gold Magic Find says you like number 18. Only 18 likes, man. Guys, really letting me down. Really letting me down. Better to not know what you're doing than not playing D2 at all. There you go. True story. I'll learn how to play this game one day. One day. Okay, so much faster on the PS5 now. Oh, they got your load screens better, it sounds like. Congratulations. Either that or something with the controller. Either way, congrats on that working better for you. Is this build better than hammers because you don't have Enigma? I mean, better. Some would say. Some would say it's less clunky and easier to use because than hammers because you know when you don't have Enigma you can't tele stomp, and that's how you like get everything going. Some might argue. Oh, did they dropped over here. Boy, Enigma would be cool, wouldn't it? PS4 load times were insane. 2 minutes per run. They were 2-minute load times? What? That sounds crazy. Or 2-minute LK runs because of the load times, I guess is probably what you mean. But still, that'd mean like 1.5 minutes of load times. Load screens. Yeah, that's, either way, it sounds like a good bit more of efficiency. Reaper, found Reaper's Toll yet? I think I found Reaper's Toll. Yeah, like a regular one, not an ethereal one, but a regular one. Marin saying at least it looks cooler. Yeah, Foe's cool. I like Foe. Easy peasy. Astros saying, yeah, it was like 1.5 minutes of load times to do a lower cross run. Jeez. Crazy. FCR and 1 leech. Everything else is garbage. Okay. Mewtwo. Get that. You say get the Reapers and then do a Wolf Barb, huh? The Wolf Druid. Gotcha. Yeah, maybe something I'll do in the future. Running Trab, though, for doing a holy, like, trying to complete a Chronicle / doing a Holy Grail is kind of, you know, it's not the best place to find every unique, but it's something you could do if you know. It's also one of my least favorite places to run, so. I know a lot of other people like Trab, though. Set up on the Merc. I mean, I can just shout it out. I don't have perfect gear. I actually threw on an ethereal Gladbane I had, a Vamp Gaze, and a Insight. Nightbot, what's going on? Love that guy. Nightbot never misses a stream. He's like one of my biggest fans. He's probably on like a 350 stream streak. I kid you not. Interesting name choice too. Nightbot, like for a person, is kind of weird, but just make sure you hit the like button. Good call, Nightbot. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit that like button for me there on YouTube. Much appreciated. Not joking at all, by the way. He's really a person. Flutter F, what's going on? Early Friday stream. Yeah, we switched it up a little bit. I got me and the wife are actually doing something later, so I decided to stream during the day here, and Winter Fridays are super fun, of course, but, you know. Kind of got some tonight and kind of a busy weekend and everything, and yeah. Nair on the pronunciation there. Sorry, forgive me if it was off there, but yeah, what's going on? Welcome in. Mopsid, thanks for the reminder. Just hit the like button. Oh, Mopsid, usually you're on top of it. It happens though. I literally, I got up this morning and I'm like, my daughter gets up, goes to watch TV. She goes and gets dressed. I'm like, this is early for her to get dressed. It's weird on a Saturday. I'm sitting at the table talking to her, and I'm like, why'd you get all dressed up just to sit around the house? And she's like, I gotta go to school. And I'm like, oh, what? Oh, today's not Saturday. Awkward. Like, oh, we gotta go, like, right now. Whoopsie. So, yeah. Forgetting is easy. That's what I'm getting at. Grincher, enjoying the streams while doing my morning grind. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Okay, let's drop some more of these. SOJ gambling 2 days ago. Ooh. Bizarre. Huge. I don't gamble a lot of rings. I never got an SOJ. I think I've gotten like Menalds and like Negals, but I've never gotten any. I feel like I got a Rainfrost one time too. Not that that's super exciting. Never got anything cool like that though. SOJ. I did get a Metal Grid one time. Rare, but not used a lot, but. Denize. Build looking incredibly weak. I bet you hopped on Diablo 2 and played Echoing Strike Warlock for the first time in 30 years, I bet. For the first time in 20 years. So, relative to that, this does look weak, yes. This is a normal Diablo 2 build right here, so. This is actually not very weak. I can just stand here and face tank all the monsters. Very unweak, actually. Clear the whole Cast Sanctuary, no problem. This is what Diablo 2 characters are supposed to look like. Yeah. Yeah, 30 years is a bit much. My wife tries to accuse me of exaggerating things. That's not even possibly true, is it? Ooh. 2 hundo. That was like 3 hundo. Be cool. But yeah, for no torch, no skillers, no enigma. No, yeah, it's like, this is pretty good, yeah. What? Oh, I didn't have the right Oron. Bye. Smolp says 50 items left on the Unique Chronicle. Nice. Is that, I'm assuming that's offline, single player Smolps? Or is that online? We'll take 2 years still, yeah, probably. No, you're not going to have my luck. You'll have better luck than me. JM, no, we don't really talk about PD2 here yet, because there's so many paid shills that go around and try to pump it for the pump Project Diablo 2, yeah, so no, we don't really talk about that. GS got a trade of a lifetime, got a Sork Torch. Let's see, 2015 for 2 perfect amethysts. Yeah, I have no idea what. I mean, there's probably literally zero demand for anything other than Warlock gear, so like just quite literally zero demand, right? So, oh, it's online. You say Smolps, gotcha. You need a flex dead or a 1,000 hours of gameplay, but got your Shaco from Mephisto. Dang, dude. That's a long time. At least you got it though. Congrats on that. Where are we? Just was gonna glance real quick at some stuff. Oh yeah, Merc got toasted. That's cool. Good old Mephisto book, Rib Cracker, all kinds of stuff. I wonder what I should do next. Maybe I'll do a poll on my channel if I should do LK. No one's gonna want to see me do LK probably again. But do LK to get a Burr Rune. I need 1 Burr Rune to make Enigma. Or farm keys to get torches. Does a happy birthday joke annoy me? It only annoys me because it tricks other people into thinking it's my birthday. And then I've had this happen probably at minimum a dozen times, if not more. Where someone will be like, oh, I just found out it was your birthday. Happy birthday, man. Congratulations on the big one. And I'm like, it's not my birthday. They're lying. They just keep lying and they won't listen to me to stop. And they're like, oh, I thought it was your birthday. Oh. So like, I feel like I hate when people super chat when they think it's my birthday and it's not my birthday, you know, so. But yes, so it does annoy me, yes. Yep. I really don't like when people like use their money in a way that seems like they were tricked or manipulated or something. It makes me really uncomfortable. Why does it seem like every other casual only ever wants meta? Rabid Retro says. I think it's because like most quote-unquote casual players are people who play a lot of different games, and they're used to hopping on new games where you just click one button and like no matter what you do, you don't like make wrong decisions or right decisions. It's just anything you pick, you automatically melt the entire game instantly. So I think that's just what people are used to, you know. It'd be like you know, they how do I word this without sounding like a Richard here? Yeah, it's just like what they're used to. So they just expect it to be given to everything to be given to them super easily and stuff, you know what I mean? Josh saying you can only play like an hour a day, so you want it to be as efficient as possible. I mean, I guess it depends on your goals, right? Like, there's a lot of things, like, usually for me, things in life that I enjoy doing, I don't want them to go as fast as they can and to be as efficient as possible, right? I have a great example, but I don't know if I want to use it. I'm not going to say it, but you guys can guess what it is. No, this is PG channel, so I'm not using this example, but you know what I'm saying. There's certain things, if you're doing it and you really enjoy the act that what you're doing, you don't want it to go super fast. You don't want it to get it as efficiently as possible. You want it to... You just want to enjoy the process, you know what I mean? Anyways, where'd that one comment go? There's one I want to read up here. $0.80 Jack says there's nothing up here where people just click a button and melt everything with no choice. Have you not played Diablo 4 before? What? I haven't in the last couple of seasons, but like that's how the entire game was since the day it launched. I don't know, like maybe I'm confused, but yeah, drinking, having a good you know, an old fashioned or something. There you go. There's a good example. You don't want to just like, I want to get drunk and as efficiently as possible. Like, you just want to sip on it, enjoy the drink, you know what I mean? There you go. There's a good example. A great example. Because you're enjoying it, you know? Sorcerer's type to kill Diablo in Diablo 2. I mean, the easiest, I would say Blizzard, probably just the amount of damage. You can drop them and then you just run around. Drop a Blizzard, run around. Drop a Blizzard, run around. So that's what I'd say, I guess. But I mean, Orb can be fine. Fireball, like almost all the sorceresses are pretty good. Lightning. I don't know if you're talking about D2R or old D2, but I guess that would change some things. But Blizzard's always been good, so Blizzard's a safe call, I'd say, in my opinion here. Steaks you want, yeah, well, steaks are one of those ones you want to get cooked as efficiently as possible. As quickly as you can get to well done, boom, you know, just as fast as you can. That's why usually for me, if I want to get my steak cooked right and I want to get cooked quickly, just microwave, you know, like microwave for like 8.5 minutes on high and your steak is going to be just perfect. I'm sorry. I was trying not to laugh on that one, but I couldn't. That was one of them. Sometimes I can hold it in, but sometimes I can't. The 8.5 minutes on high in the microwave. Oh my god, that'd be so funny. I have to start doing some shorts about it because it's so funny. Just complete rage bait. I watched a couple of shorts the other day that were like really rage baity, and I just watched them just for research purposes. There were like a couple of food ones. Because I watched some stuff of like Guga and stuff, so then I seen some shorts pop up, and then you know how the algorithm works, it shows you some other shorts and stuff like that. And I watched a few. And yeah, apparently rage baiting is like what you really want to do. This person was like, your kids will love this new snack. And it's like, all you got to do is deep fry macaroni and cheese with a cut up hot dog like this. And in the pan before they start, there's like this much oil. It's like a ½ inch deep of oil. And of course, everyone's going to be like, your kid's gonna die in like a year. Oh my gosh. You know, like, just, I looked at the comments, all this rage bait comments, and I'm like, oh god, this is what you gotta do. Rage bait people. This is what shorts is. It's all about duping people into watching and commenting on your video. So I gotta get better at tricking people into watching shorts and stuff. I gotta learn how to do that better. 8 minutes per side in the microwave. I don't think which side it's on really matters in the microwave, does it? A microwave steak stream. Maybe I'll do a short. Maybe I'll do a short there, Mitchie. Yeah, the camera's gonna get moved from the printer to the microwave. I could just plug in a microwave right over there too. No, steak in the toaster. Steak in the toaster. All right, give me this pop. I need everything to help me going today. Best stork at the Cast Sanctuary. I mean, if you can get Infinity, it's going to be the lightning versions because they can break the lightning immunes. And the caster, the storm casters, the like mage, the little mage finger mages or whatever they're called, they're really weak in general. And then you break their lightning immunity, and then you can zap them down because they have like a lower life pool than a lot of the other monsters. So that's the easiest. If you don't have Infinity or a Thunder Charm or anything, you don't really want to run the Cast Sanctuary with a Sorceress, to be honest. So. If I get 10 new subs, I'll cook the steak in the microwave. Yeah, that's a good way to get some people to subscribe, huh? That's a good way to get people to unsubscribe. That's one of those things. That's like top 5 most offend people in the whole world is cooking a steak in a way that other people don't like. It's like attack their religion, attack their political affiliation, cook a steak wrong. That's like the top 3 of what you're gonna, yeah. Say they're a terrible parent, number 4. Like, ways to call their wife a hoe bag. That's like the top 5 of how to get people to hate you. Cooking steaks is probably number 1. Cooking a steak wrong is probably the number 1 thing, to be honest, huh? Nate, not a funny joke, by the way. If you do another one like that, I'll put you in timeout or something. I'm not gonna ban you, but yeah, I might. I've been trying not to let it bother me or whatever, but yeah, a lot of people have been just constantly trolling me all the time, like, and yeah, I'm just gonna have to like put timeouts to it or something. And it's a lot of people who are in chat all the time too. They just like keep trolling me all the time. That's been bugging me, and I tell them it bugs me, and they won't stop. So I'm gonna have to start putting people in timeout. I'm just kind of forewarning you guys, you know, a little bit here. The problem is people are gonna hop in like 5 minutes who weren't in here, and they're gonna come in and troll me again too, and then I'm gonna have to warn them again, and yeah, but it is what it is. Infinity breaks lightning immunity. So yeah, the conviction aura there, Hollywog, the conviction aura on Infinity, the Infinity rune word, if you have it on either your character or your mercenary, it will break lightning, almost essentially all lightning immunes in the game, with very rare exceptions. The other resistances, the conviction aura level on Infinity, it breaks very few of the other ones, but it breaks almost all the lightning immunities, so. DJNEO! Thank you for the Saleya ship. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Thanks. Some room for the ogre. Chicken steak that was there actually called. Wait, Mewtwo, you had a chicken steak? What? Is that a real thing? Like chicken fried steak? Infinity's so expensive. That is true. That is double burrs, so. Burr Malburist, yeah. How well does Infinity work on fire immunes? Not great at all. There's like, I don't even remember what monsters it is, but there's like 5 total monsters in the game, monster types that it can break in certain areas. Like in Act 2, there's like some fire immunes in the not the Stony Tombs, like in the Rocky Waste or something that get their immunity broken, and like a couple others, but there's almost none. It's just however the game's made. For some reason, lightning monsters that are immune to lightning, their lightning res is like I'm probably off on the numbers here, but it's like 117 or something. And for some reason, cold res and fire res are like 135 when they're immune to lightning and cold, so they don't like get broken. But then there's some exceptions in other areas or something. So this isn't a perfect explanation. Don't roast me on it, but yeah, for some reason, lightning has the lowest total amount of res on the monster when they are immune to lightning. For some reason, I don't know why. Can you have movement speed aura? So you're talking about vigor and the rush skill at the same time. Yeah, you can charge over here and have vigor over here, or whatever, if you wanted to. Yeah. Can Sork Cold Mastery break immunities? No, it cannot. So if you have a Sunder Charm, it does do some help for lowering the res after Sundered. The 1/5 efficiency, though, so... Like, if you have a minus 100 on the cold res, then it would actually only take 20 away after a Sunder Charm breaks their immunity. What pop you drinking? Summit Cola from Aldi. Like the no sugar version, so it's essentially like a knockoff Coke Zero. Knockoff Coke Zero. Oh, my head, oh my god. How can I keep my Merc alive in cows? Already has a CV Insight, Bulwark. Okay. Yeah, someone, I think DJ in there mentioned Shaft Stop. That would help. Like a Shaft Stop Vamp Gaze, because they do almost all, like, physical damage, right? For the damage reduced. And then, like, if your Merc's up there, like, teleporting him away and then attacking, and then, like, teleporting him away and then attacking, you know? That's, like, another thing you could do, I guess. That's what I would do if I was, like, a sorceress or something. I keep teleporting my Merc back. But I'm guessing you probably want your Merc to, like, gather them up so you can melt them down. So, yeah, like, it's a little behind the chat and stuff here, right? But 20 DR with the leech. Then you can have, like, a Shaft Stop here, like D-Gen mentioned, probably. Wheel, what's going on, Wheel? Gone Mythic. Yo, yo, yo. Not Verner's? For shame. No, I'm not a Verner's, bro. Not for me. Not for me. Apathy said if you want to fire Sorkit, you got a Flickering Flame Phoenix, like a bare minimum. I mean, you can do a lot of builds in this game as long as you don't try to fall into the trap of running Terra Zones all the time. Like, always running Terra Zones. Running Terra Zones is quite the trap in this game, to be honest. But yeah, if you do a fireball, like I started D2R when it's first launched. My first character was a fireballer. So you just do Stony Tombs, go around the Countess, which she's immune to fire, but I would take out everything super quick. My mercenary would just like stab her with his giant poleaxe a couple times and she'd be finished. Farm keys up that way. Obviously some of the regular Eldritch Shank, you know, stuff like that. Up over to here. Get more experience and items to drop in TZs than act bosses currently. Well, the thing is you can't farm Terra Zones unless you're either a Hammerden or a Warlock. So that's the trap I mean. Like people like, man, I can't clear these immunities. What do I do? I can't. You know, the Terra Zones. There's all these immunities everywhere, and you know, I'm like, well, don't do them then. that's what I mean. Like that's what I mean by it's a trap. Yeah, if you're a Hammerden or you're an Echoing Strike Warlock currently that can just nuke everything with one click, then yeah, you can run all the Terra Zones instantly all the time without the perfect gear, but I wonder what like percentage of people now like had gotten a Sunder Charm on ladder, because I did one like it was like 2 weeks after ladder reset, and it was like 90% of people never got a Sunder Charm. But then I think I did another poll a week or two later, and it was like 80% of people. So I'm not sure if the people who didn't have Sunder Charms just stopped watching and stopped playing the game because they couldn't run the Terra Zones, because everyone feels like they have to run Terra Zones because of the way they designed, you know, just the way things are set up. Or if they just stopped playing and stopped watching, or if more people found them. Kind of wonder. Rabbit says still hasn't gotten one. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't either, but I also have like given up. I gave up a long time ago on. I don't go run the Terra Zones and stuff, so yeah. Stony Tombs, great fun. Yeah, Stony Tombs is a good change there, yeah. Good change. You know what? I got something I'm about to say coming from an anti-change guy. I don't want them to get rid of immunities in the game, but I wouldn't mind if they shifted around some of the monster immunities so that like every character had like at least two areas that were like essentially like Ancient Tunnels is for the Blizzard Sorceress and stuff, you know? Because there aren't really like what 85 areas are there inherently no lightning immunes in, you know? But I know lightning is like the easier one to break with Infinity, Conviction, whatnot, blah 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 blah. But before you know, with if you're not going to get a Sunder Charm, and you're probably going to be a person that never gets Infinity, what, you know, you can do the Countess, of course, but like, you know, what 85 areas you hit, right? Am I forgetting something? The pits? Well, yeah, all the archers are immune to lightning though, but it is true. I mean, I've done the pits and just skipped all the archers. I've done that before, but. But yeah. Ooh, the pits of Acheron. Gross. I forgot about that one. I did that one time, and I did like 200 runs or something there. And I had gotten absolutely nothing, and I just gave up and never did it again. Because there's like 4 to 6 champions in there or something like that. Not to mention, you have to, like, get to it, you know, you go to the waypoint and then teleport to the portal, and then, well, it's not even that crazy. That's kind of how everything is, I guess. But I don't know, I had so much unfun by doing the pits of Acheron when I did it. Gross. I just had so much negative fun. That's the best way I can describe it. Negative fun. I thought it was going to be interesting, but Sanctuary, you say Sanctuary, so the Arcane Sanctuary, you mean, huh? Yeah, but I've done that too, yeah. But it's not like an 85 area, right? So them lightning builds. Let's see. I don't think you could find griffins out there. I could be wrong, but Ooh, look at this Ogre, about to be godly. Double res ring, yo. No good. Yeah, D-Gen Swampy Pits is really the worst. Yeah, I would never... I don't know what they could do there to make me want to run that. Get rid of dolls and wisps or whatever they're called there. Soulmorn, pretty common thing that some people say anyways, but they should completely remove all immunities from the game, so you can farm anywhere you want with any build without having to choose where, you know, what to do and make decisions and choices and stuff. Yeah, no, I disagree with that. I think you should have to learn where places are good for each build, because then you get a sense of like, wow, I just figured it out. Like, I did this lightning build, and then I went upon myself and I found out and I learned where to go and how to farm up gear, like, and you feel a sense of accomplishment from learning and, you know, then finding the gear too because you learned how to do it, you know, not just, oh, you have to figure something out, never mind, we'll just get rid of that, you know. I don't, that's not the way I think about that kind of stuff, but that is a common thing that you know, that I hear from people. Yeah. Play in normal, then you have no immunities. There you go. Just do a normal only Holy Grail. You only are going to find items, or you only checking items off the list that you can find in normal difficulty. Mewtwo said, still thought that lightning characters are designed so it to take on the pits background, but it was still hard. Yeah, the pits, because they have those succubi down there, I believe. It was a long time since I ran it, so don't roast me on this one once again, but I feel like they have, like, moon lords or something, whatever they're called in that area. They can be extra fast, extra strong, they beat you like crazy. They got, succubi, it's wild.
Ooh,
but yeah.
Almost there. Ooh, 2 months, and we're at 5 years.
G-Stacks, holy smokes. Thank you so much for the legendary Slayer ship. Oh. Thank you so much, G. Absolute man, absolute legend. Round of applause in chat for the G himself. And not even a regular Slayer, he's a legendary Slayer. Appreciate you. Ooh. Freaking G-Stacks, the legend. Locked, what's going on? Welcome in. Yo, yo, yo. Big Lawn Gnome used to farm Battlegrounds Crypt. I've done, Mausoleum before. Because what, the Mausoleum's in 85 area, but the Crypt is 84? Isn't it a lower one? But the first drop highlight video I ever did was actually Mausoleum, because I thought it'd be cool because I was doing something different and interesting, but 85 area, but now that I think about it, it sucked. I mean, I did find some Drax, and I found a Surrune in there, actually. Crazy enough. But I don't think I'd ever do it again. The density in the Mausoleum is gross. That was when I was still a bright-eyed, bushy-tailed Phil. Yeah, Gold Magic Tron, you say it's 83 or something. Could be, yeah, I know the Crypt is different, but I know the Mausoleum's 85. I just said 84 because I thought, I don't know. I knew it was lower. Something like that. G6 hopes good all today. Phil in chat, gonna be focused on something else with stream up but muted. Appreciate you either way. Thanks for the 58 months, and yeah, hopefully you have a great day, G-Stacks. You gotta leave it on volume 1 though, remember? You can't be completely muted. You gotta leave the volume on one point, remember? What is a good 85 error for physical immune? So for physical builds, like the pits, probably. I don't think there's any physical immunes. There aren't really a ton of physical immunes around, and usually they're super weak. Physical immunes are super weak monsters. Like, I think gnats are immune to physical, and what, like ghosts in the Arcane Sanctuary are immune to physical, but there's not really a ton. I'm pretty sure the pits is like the go-to 85 area. Gold Magic Find said you do the Mausoleum because the Skellies and stuff are weak. That is one thing with the Mausoleum. They're super mega, slow monsters where there's skeletons and zombies. So they're just like super slow. I had the wrong weapon out the whole time. Oh, the wrong weapon, but the right one to find a stone and short. Oh. Next time. Go to the door next time. EJV says, hates he keeps finding white monarchs, especially after finding the first. It's so difficult. That's the thing. After you find one, they're just everywhere. Takes you 9 months to find your first white monarch. Then you just, the next 3 days, you find one every day. Apathy said they're not getting rid of Terra Zones. True story. Yeah, they're definitely never getting rid of Terra Zones. Least they can do is buff the density. Like Crypt Mausoleum when terrorized. Yeah, I don't know what I would want them to do with Terra Zones, because you are right. I'm not a Terra Zone fan, as you guys well know, I'm sure. But yeah, I don't know what I would really say. It's hard to recommend like what you should do with something that you don't like, right? Like imagine someone who just like hates mustard, and you're like, what should they do with mustard to make it better? And you're like, get rid of it. Ugh. You know, like. What do I got for? Let me look at these shards real quick, because I do have these shards I could start. See, part of me too is I don't know what necessarily I want to do, because do I really want to go out and use the shards to try to get a Thunder Charm right now? Or do I want to wait until they start changing stuff? Or do I want to just take like the, because the Hammer is going to be tough with no Enigma, but you pretty much have teleport on a Warlock. But do I want to go use Echoing Strike Warlock right now and just melt the whole game with like Wert's Leg to go out and farm like full clears? Or do I want to just wait until they change it so heralds pop up like all the time, you know, or way more often, you know? So I gotta kind of decide what I want to do. Or do I want to treat it like Mosaic right now and just avoid it unless something changed to make it better? So just some decisions I gotta make, I guess, there. No big deal. 2 chams in 2 days. Gabriel, yo, that's crazy. Congratulations. I could go for a Burr Rune right now. 2 chams, 2 days. Nope, I get a Soul Rune. Almost the same thing. He just turned into a ghost right in front of me. Yeah, I'll skip him. Siri, welcome in. Yo, yo, yo. Just got a Falrune, says Gold Magic Find. Where are we at here? That was your first Falrune ever? Interesting. Congrats either way, I suppose. First ever grief roll. A lot of firsts for people around here. Shadow Liam. First grief. 38,398. Whoa! I hear that's good. Somebody told me that was good. Congrats on that grief roll. Schmalp said he's going to go back to Mosaic. Missed it. Yeah, that's one thing I'm going to do here before they start changing it. I need to go on single player here and make a couple of Mosaics just so I have them, you know what I mean? Because once you make them, then if they change Mosaic to something else, I'll still have the classic version, you know? If I ever want to do anything with it. If I ever get a reasonably high quality welding mask to be able to play it. You bum. Should be illegal for finger mages to fly out over the lava. Yeah. Oop. Out of my way. Running Sork, best I... Running Sork, best I can do is help Countess for runes. Pretty tough, though. Wondering what rune words I should go for on Warlock. It's hard to... Well, it depends what you're playing on the Warlock. I'm assuming Echoing Strike. Like, if you can make any insight for a Warlock for Echoing Strike, you're pretty much just melt the whole game at that point. So, like, I literally did Ubers with on a Warlock with a Poleaxe Insight, which is the lowest level base. Stealth armor. I had a lore helm. Like, you can just wreck everything like that. So depends what you're doing. Missed a Grand Charm? No way! Right there, I identified it. I'll check real quick. But the thing is, automatic banhammer if this Grand Charm Gan jammin'. If it's not a skiller, automatic ban from the channel. No, I'm just joking. I usually don't come back and check, but oh yeah, see, I don't even see one. Maybe it's the one I picked up already. I picked it back up on the way around. Just kidding, I'm not really gonna ban you or nothing. Just joking. Which Warlock skiller is the best? I don't even know what people are doing nowadays. Like best, like worth the most online, or like, I don't even really know, to be honest. I mean, everybody was playing Echoing Strike, so it was like Eldritch, but I don't know if that's still the case. And after they change stuff around, I don't know if it's still going to be the case, if it's going to be Chaos after that, or if it's going to be, you know, who knows. So it's a very hard to answer question there. For solo self-found, what's the best? It depends what build you want to play, and like, you know, I don't know which one's best. I don't think it's necessarily an answer like for Paladin, it's like Pally Combat. Duh. But for Warlock, like all the builds, all the skill trees are kind of good because they took all the best skill trees and all the best skills throughout the entire game and put everything on the Warlock, so everything's good on the Warlock. So it's hard for me to say which. It's not like Necromancer. You don't want curses, right? Like the Warlock's not like that. Everything's good on the Warlock. So, and then yeah, things. Who knows how things are going to change in the future? So I don't know what, you know, what will end up being the best. You know, but most sought after, I guess I'm trying to say. Langa Breezer, however you pronounce that. Wait, have I found that one yet? I probably did, right? Must have. Good old Magic Find crossbow. Yeah. Defensive ores are busted, Spooky. Right? Mr. Bicep, can you make Mosaic on non-ladder softcore now? I believe so, yes. I did hear that you could. I have not tried it, but I did hear yes, you can. And you've always been able to make it on offline single player anyways, so. 4 demons, 4 cast killers, no Eldritch, says AGV, is what you found. Gotcha, yeah, I found a couple. Did I find an Eldritch? I don't know, I found 1 or 2 of like each one, I feel like is how my luck had gone on ladder. Did I find one? I might have put it on my Warlock already. I think I found Curses for the Necro. I know it's behind chat and stuff a little bit, but. Curses for the Necro. Defensive auras for the Paladin, behind chat again. Masteries. Chaos skills for the Warlock. There you go, that's the one I was thinking of. Did you guys know it was pronounced Chaos, not Chaos? Everyone's been getting it wrong for a long time. Crazy, right? Martial art with 37 to life. Mosaic, here we come. I know it's not pronounced Chaos, I'm joking, everybody. Chaos goes. Ooh, man. Good old pap. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Smolps is rage bait. No. It's not my fault. It's your fault for falling for it. Don't hate the player, hate the game. That's the saying, right? It's kind of funny. I don't know. pronouncing everything wrong. It's funny. Three favorite bands. How do you narrow it down to three? Am I right? I'm trying to think, because I would say probably number one, based upon most listened to and most albums I've had and the most concerts I've been to. It's probably, and part of this, it's one of those ones where, would you like a band as much as you do and have gone to as many shows if they didn't stay together forever and still tour 30 years later? I've seen Silverstein like 30 times, but it's because they come to Michigan once a year, every year. You know what I'm saying? Almost every year. Actually, they've been starting to not come to Michigan as often, which is kind of annoying, but... So I might have to say Silverstein, Atreyu, the old school first few albums, the Goo Goo Dolls for... No. I'm not great at picking just like pick three of these guys, I guess. Not good. Like, not that it's new, but because I'm an old man, but I've been listening to like Motionless in White a lot for the last like 5 or 10 years. But like, The Curse from Atreyu was just like probably the best album ever made, maybe. But you know, When Broken is Easily Fixed and Discovering the Waterfront from Silverstein, those two albums are just like up there, you know what I'm saying? Up there. So it's hard to, you know. Swiftie? Eh, not so much. I mean, I listen to it sometimes because my daughter wants to listen to music and I put on what she wants, so. Boy bands? Yeah, I mean, sure. Atreyu is all men, so that's a boy band technically, right? But yeah, nothing competes with the Goo Goo Dolls, am I right? The one thing I like about Silverstein too is they play now in these little tiny venues. Like relative to, you know, they just play in these really small venues and it's just awesome seeing bands you really like in really small venues. You know, they're in venues that the max capacity is like 300 people and stuff. 500 people. Nasty. It's like seeing a local show, but it's like a band you've been listening to since you were like 15, you know? Oh, Billy Talent. Okay, yeah. I forgot. Ollie Dude. Yeah. Doob, I guess. Billy Talent. Underrated band right there. Underrated, man. Billy Talent. I need to get some other Billy Talent albums. I got 2 of them from back in the day, you know. The main ones that were what was that one hit? Let's see. I'm trying to think what it, Try Honesty. Billy Talent's legendary, actually, now that you mention it. Boy, I'm just thinking about how legendary Billy Talent is now. I'm done reading chat because I have to sit here and think about how awesome Billy Talent is for a while. Hold on. Trying to get a grip with all these broken fingers. What you say is what you get. Come on. Oh, small charm. 451? No. What's my favorite class? I would say Sorceress, I guess. It's a really good gear progression on a lot of the builds, you know. Just, you know, a little bit stronger, a little bit stronger, a little bit stronger, a little bit stronger. So ever heard of Tilt? I'm assuming that's a band. I have not. Nope. Nope. I'm not too tied into the scene anymore, I'll be honest. But speaking of being on Tilt, me for complete, like, I honestly feel like I forgot about Billy Talent. I need to listen to Billy Talent soon. Now I'm on Tilt, because someone brought up Billy Talent, and I just realized I've been sleeping on him again. I forgot about him. Unbelievable. Ah. Anyways. Oh, dude, here's a deep cut. Let me pull up. I can't play it because on YouTube I'll get hit, of course. Let me pull up this band and this song. I don't know how they popped up in my music feed one day. I must have I clicked on a band, like The Plot and You or something, and then it just played through songs that were kind of like them. And this band popped up that they have like 1,600 followers. And I'm like, how did this pop up? The band's name is Vormentus. And they got this song called Sanity that is awesome. They have 1,600 followers. But it's sick. It's almost like it's almost like screamo with like rap, kind of. Almost like a heavier Hollywood Undead, the singing wise. But it's more like the rappy part is more like screamo rapping. But then it's like kind of like, I don't want to say techno-y, but electronic. Like they do a lot of things with the voices and stuff. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Tilt. I sold 90s. Are you getting auto-corrected all over the place here, some people? Do you mean it's from the 90s, I think, maybe? Could be. I definitely don't, I just don't know all music in the world, right? But, never heard of, and Tilt, it might be one of those bands, if it's older. It might have been, it could be one that I, like, know the song, I just didn't know the name of it, you know? Favorite instrument when listening to music? I can't pick favorites. I don't know. Not sure. Infectious. I don't even know what that last word is, so I'm probably not going to look that up. Did ladder TZs get disabled? Interesting. Probably not. If I had to guess, you may just not have them checked. I can't imagine that Terror Zones got disabled online for any reason. Unless there's some, like, completely wacky glitch or something. If I had to guess, you probably accidentally had them unchecked for... Who knows how that would happen, but... Tulip and Socket Crown of Ages Wednesday, Lil Megs says. Congrats on that. Crown of Ages is a pretty rare one. Where's it going? Landed right here, but that's not where they are. Bill's old. No, not in the scene and only bowls. what would younger Phil think? Oh yeah? What would younger Phil think? Oh. What would this guy think right here? What would he think? With the sickest shirt in the world. I wish I still had this thing. Look at my guns. How scrawny I was. That sick shirt. Oh my gosh. What would he think of me now? He'd probably be like, wait a second. You're still playing Diablo 2? You're playing Diablo 2 again? Wait, you do YouTube for a living? Man, I remember at that age, literally people would be like, oh, I uploaded this random clip on YouTube of us like pouring a bunch of gasoline on a fire and lighting it and exploding. I got like 1,500 views. It's crazy. And I'm like, and it's like this super pixelated, like from like the flip phone that, you know, that they recorded it on or whatever. And to think when they were doing that, I was like, you idiots, put your phone down and like, let's have a good time. Now I'm a full-time YouTuber. It's like, geez, I used to yell at people all the time, put their phones down. Put your phone away, you idiots. All the time. Run for Daisy, yo! Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Boo! Appreciate you. Player count effect rune drops from ghost packs. So yeah, it does, yeah. So if you have a higher players count, each individual monster that you take out has a better chance to drop an item. So if there's more likely to drop an item, they're more likely for that to have an opportunity to be a high rune. So yeah. Ethereal Hellslayer? Nope, just a regular. How old am I? 39. Aged well. Appreciate you, Ogre. Ogre Blood Chief. Alice's Reckless Paradise. Never heard of them. Never heard of them. I'm also... it's impossible for me to remember band recommendations, so... EJ, accidental all caps. Try not to do all caps, man. I'm gonna assume that was an accident. It happens. Bill's 49. No. 39 or 49. I'm not an old man. I'm still a young child that's 39. 39-year-old child. Oh no, I have 5 charges. Okay, let's go repair this. Bishop playing Arc Raiders. Okay, all right. Oh, Bish. I mean, never mind. I assumed that the full name was Bishop for some reason. Bish, what's going on? Yeah, Arc Raiders. Yeah, that was one people talked about. That was a game that popped up here. Plug this back in. Boy, there's no way I could look up all of these band names that everybody's plowing into chat at the moment. No way. Dropkick Murphys. Just like Atreyu, right? I think I've seen Dropkick Murphy one time. How did I end up at this? What did I go to? What was I at? I went to some concert by myself that was like, that had like 4 or 5 stages. I feel like maybe it was one of the Warped Tours I went to by myself, and they had, yeah, it was. They had a stage that was all like, what do they even call it? It was all like that kind of punk type stuff, you know? It was all the one type of punk where, you know, with the trombones and the you know, the brass section, you know? I feel like it was one of the 7 stages at Warped Tour or something, yeah. Dean, welcome in. Anything good so far? Not a ton, not a ton. Sky, yeah, it could be, yeah, there you go. There you go. I've been out of the scene so long I can't even remember the terminology. The vernacular. Two monsters, nope. I guess 5 is enough to stop and take some out. Real Big Fish. Yeah, I think they played on that same stage too. Yeah, yep, Real Big Fish. That year. Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. Yeah, there you forgot about that band name. I'd never knock on wood. That's that band, right? If I had to, I'd never knock on wood, but I'm feeling if I could. I'm glad I haven't yet. It's the impression that I get. This makes absolutely no sense. Like, what? Ever listened to Danzig? I know some of the songs, but I'm not like a Danzig mega fan, you know? I know the popular radio hit or two, yeah. Mother, why the children want to walk my way? Hear what I give, what they say. Yeah, that whole mother. Not exactly a pro singer, so I'm not gonna go too far on that, but just know the main ones. Player jungle, uh-oh. Gotcha, Ali said it's a song that was by Billy Talent. Gotcha. Yeah, it'll probably pop up because I'll probably definitely look up Billy Talent after the stream's over. Ogre Bloodchief doesn't think Phil's getting enough likes. Probably a good point. What do we got? Probably like 30 likes on the stream right now. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me. If you're not a chump, if you're a chump, just don't hit the like button, okay? But if you're actually a legendary slayer that's not a chump, then hit the like button. Okay, probably want to get the right weapon out too. And therefore having the right aura as well. 94, not even 100. Oh my gosh. You people. You know what I mean by you people. Viv Stack's a big Limp Bizkit fan. Should I be feeling good? Should I be feeling bad? Should I be feeling good? Kinda sad I'm the laughing stock in the neighborhood. Maybe I'm the big Limp Bizkit fan, huh? Help her, please. Hey, come on, keep going. There we go. E-Mig saying you saw Limp Bizkit in 01. Nice. Never seen them before. Never seen them. Yeah, there was some okay stuff, but it's not really my style. I don't know. Like the music that was like the most popular was like the stuff that I would never go see, you know, I guess. It's kind of how my life's always been. Not there's anything necessarily wrong with it, but there's a few Limp Bizkit songs I liked. But, I mean, break stuff is still legendary. Break stuff is sick. The bassist did Sam Rivers. Guess I don't know that name. When you said bassist, I thought you were talking about Wes or something. Like something happened to him. I was like, wait a second. Did he pass away? Any good drops today? Not much of anything, to be honest. The drops in the cast sanctuary here have just been doo-doo brains, to be honest. Wait, where did my... Oh, there it is. 80, 80, 80. We got a couple hours here. I got to speed these up a little bit. Been talking too much. We gotta get going. Get these runs done faster. Oh, OP in Chaos. It's pretty good. Pretty good. It obviously has the downside of not being great in a ton of areas because you have to have Undead and Demon. But yeah, you find out the places it's good at, you use it, you know, after you learn the technique and stuff. Pretty sick. Click, done. There we go. What to do? Wish cows were demons for foe. They are kind of demonic cows, right? Would almost make sense, but nope. See, I'm using Sanctuary. Yeah, I've been going back between Salvation for the Resist All to keep my Merc alive in certain situations, and Redemption. No good. Yeah, cows as beasts. I mean, it kind of makes sense. They're, I don't know. First time, what's going on, Taj? Welcome in. Thank you for getting back into the game. 20 years long. Finally back, helping me with the guides and stuff. Appreciate you. No need to thank me. Thank you for watching the vids and stuff. Straight up. And welcome in. Mana double res magic find. Yeah. Green one. Is it the 2 to Necro skills one? Yeah, it is. Pus Spitter. Legendary. Not great, but just had to remember what it was. Bess. Well, let's go with Bess. I don't know how to pronounce the rest of that, but welcome in. Doing good. Hopefully you're doing good as well. Excited about new Diablo 4 expansion. Beer, what's up? Legendary name. No, I don't. I haven't played D4 since it kind of first came out. I played like the first few seasons, and then I was like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. Not my game's play style. Spitter got lower res on striking. I didn't even know that. I didn't remember. Oh, are you asking me to? I thought you were saying. I seen your next comment and realized you were asking. I didn't look closely enough at it. I guess I could Google machine it or whatever, but one to crossbow skills. Ethereal? No. Man. Can I just get like a good runeward base or something? Like anything. Just anything. Yeah, forget that. Mystic Grand Charm? No way. Not possible. You know, I'm just kidding. I probably did, but I'm not going to go back for it because it's guaranteed to not be good. I was reading chat again, missed it. 40 enhanced damage, 9 to max. I wouldn't really know if that has any real value or not. Part of the issue with that is, isn't there's it never got fixed, right? There's a glitch where if you put a max damage jewel with enhanced damage into a like any piece of gear that isn't the weapon, it doesn't do anything. Like for some reason, there's like some glitch that's been around since the beginning of time apparently. Is that still the case? Oh yeah, Little Meg's kind of was, at the same time I was saying that, was talking about that glitch, yeah. It's not, I might be describing it incorrectly here, but it's something like that. Ooh, and since everybody uses rune words all the time, you can't really socket a rune word, right? So. Too hard to fix the coding. Could be. It is odd that they didn't fix that yet, just because of all the things that they did fix, like e-bugging and stuff. Everyone's like, no, bring back e-bugging. And they're like, nope, we fixed that. They should do what I say. Don't bring back e-bugging, but what they should do is adjust the cube recipe so that when you do the cube recipe to add sockets to armor and stuff, it gives you the extra 50% defense from the ethereal. Don't add e-bugging. Don't put the bug back in, but add a feature to where that happens, right? Good old Horizon's domination or whatever. MMC, major letdown in LLD, the whole damage thing you're saying? Gotcha. The enhanced defense max damage situation. Big wah-wah, huh? All rares. Bro. The Ogre can't even be good. Unbelievable. Little Meg said you think that they tried to fix that bug, but they failed? Interesting that they failed. That's interesting. Help deciding what bar build to make, Zerker or Whirlwind. If you want to clear most areas, well, the only option then is Whirlwind, of course. Like Berserk, you're gonna be one swing. Like that's not really viable for clearing areas. Berserker is like Trav, and then like sniping the elites and the unique monsters and stuff. Personally, if I wanted to clear areas, I just wouldn't play a barb, to be honest. Because I hate the whirlwind. Just seems mega clunky to play and just like unfun to play. The skill personally. Come on, that's all the life you're gonna give me back. Come on. Yeah, pit zerker. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like doing a pit pindle, just do a zerker for item finding and stuff. You know, use it for trav, pindle, pits, just sniping the unique monsters and stuff. But I wouldn't use it like, hey, I'm gonna go clear terror zones, terrorized. You know, I'm gonna go solo P8 single player clear terrorize Talrash's tombs with my berserker barb. Like, oh god, ugh. Yeah, made me sick. Vin TV. We're players 3 right here. Players 3 with the current gear setup I got is good for me. Ooh, there's some density I'm looking for. Yeah, foe works way better when there's a lot of density, really. Way more better. You guys go away. Nomad said feeling nostalgic for the barb. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Yeah, barb's good, but just it's good at what it does. The premier unique hunter by being able to snipe the uniques that can drop all the rare stuff in 85 areas, pretty much. And of course, trap. You know, people love trap, but Hammerden does it all. Yeah, it is one of the things that Hammerden is, when you got that magic damage, you know. True story. Whoops. Hey. Remember the first class you ever made, Phil? I don't remember exactly which one was first, but it was let's see, what was it? It might have been Necromancer. 26, no good. I think it was Necromancer, because I remember playing a Necromancer and it was really bad. So, it might have been my first character. And I can remember using, ooh, boy, Bone Spirit. And I thought that the skills that you got later down the skill tree must have been the best, you know? Like, obviously, right? Then that seemed like it would be the thing. And finding out later that it was indeed not the best thing. So I think I did Necro, and then I remember seeing people in cows and stuff. I'm like, wow, these whirlwind barbs with their cruel Colossus blades of quickness are wrecking everything. I need to do one of those. And then I was like, man, these Boazons and Javazons are wrecking everything. And then, man, look at this Nova Sorcerer. It's just crazy. So then I think I made those later. But I think I went Necromancer first for, I don't know why I chose that, but. Oh, man. Well. That's good, I guess, huh? Ethereal Edge. No good. First tune was your dad's barb. Gotcha, gotcha, ogre. MMC, you think it'd be awesome to go back to the old school way? Yeah, I don't know. Depends how far you go back. Because honestly, like, playing the original version of D2, kind of a struggle. When I played the 1.03 version of D2, it was ridiculous. There's so many bugs and stuff that would crash the game, and then like you would die in certain situations and get stuck and have to save and exit all the time, and the freaking Chaos Sanctuary with what's it called? That curse that would wreck you if you're a physical damage dealer. Rough. Gary's saying Necro had a cool animation on the character screen, so a lot of people chose the Necro. Maybe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I chose first. Pretty sure. Could be wrong, but... yeah, instant death Iron Maiden, exactly. You'd have to fight monsters one by one so that you could make sure that... you'd have to like lure them back in the Chaos Sanctuary to make sure you're just fighting one at a time. And then not to mention, in that original version, when I played through with the Barbarian, if you died during a whirlwind animation, you would drop dead, and then you would stand up with no gear on. And you would be stuck inside of your own dead body. And if you popped a town portal, you couldn't go through it or anything, you'd just be stuck there, and you had to save and exit. So it's like... So you had to go through the Chaos Sanctuary with that Iron Maiden thing happening all the time. You'd get stuck in a whirlwind animation, and you'd be like, no, 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 no. Like, you'd click on, like, you'd try to go real short, and you'd click on a monster, and it would run away, and then you would be following the monster, and you're like, no, 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 no. And then you die. Remember body popping? You're talking about like online when people be like trying to get you to pick up, like they're like, oh, we found this glitch on how to dupe. Here's what you do. You just gotta let me kill you one time, and then come out of town, and then pick your body up, or pick up this armor, and then pick your body up, and it's like 2 to attack rating. Well, maybe we'll keep that, but not the great. And you'd be like, I'm not doing that, idiot. Your body explodes. Like, no, 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 no. This is a dupe glitch. Trust me. Okay. Is Stan saying, yeah, Iron Maiden back in the day was rough. Yeah, that's maybe I'll do another 1.03 playthrough sometime, and I'll do it with something other than the Barbarian. You know, I'll do some kind of sorceress or something, huh? Because, yeah, Barb was rough. Good, because like you could deal a lot of damage, but it was rough. Like, being melee. Especially, I never knew about that glitch either, where if you died during Whirlwind, it would just, like, freeze your game. Like, you'd just be toast. Like, it... Here's your item on the other side of the wall. Promise that, yeah. Yeah, the number of scams back in the day was hilarious. Yeah, no, I gotta do a drop trade here. I'm a barbarian, so I'll go out of town, and you drop yours in town, and I'll drop mine out here, and then we'll run around, and that way, if I turn back, then you can turn back, obviously, and get your stuff, and there's no way we could... I'm like, dude, you'll just teleport into town. But you're a sorceress. I can't teleport. I'm a barbarian. I'm like, you have a teleport staff or something, or... Idiot. And then he's like, no, 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 what are you talking about? I can't teleport. I'm like, fine, I'll drop an item and you drop your item. He dropped his. This actually happened, true story. He dropped his, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna drop mine. And then I dropped a unique item, but it was a different one. Like some worthless one, you know? Rick Sox Keen or something. And then he instantly picked his up and teleported into town and grabbed it real quick. And then he's seen what it was, and he dropped it and just left the game. I was like, you bum, you schmuck. Like, you think I never heard of teleport Amy before? I don't know that language, but thank you. for saying you like the stream. Appreciate you. Ogre said never understood how to buy a tally staff. Like you didn't understand back then, or you don't now? Maybe just back then you didn't know about it. Yeah, a few different people talking about the Annie scam, like the Annie wall scam or something. Could you grab through the wall there or something for an Annie? I really don't. I don't know about that necessarily. I just remember for Annie scams, Annie and Tal's armors, people being like, hurry up and trade, hurry up, I ain't got all day. And then they would pop it in, and then they would exit real quick, and they'd pop it into the trade chat and exit real quick, and they're like, why are you taking so long? Hit the button already, trade, like I gotta go. And I'd be like, why you keep exiting the trade if you have to leave? Like, let's trade so I can, like, and they're like, hurry up. And then you'd click trade, and it like wouldn't go through, and they're like, why didn't it go through? You aren't going fast enough, dude, hurry up. And then you'd go in and look real quick, and it was, you know, rattle cage or whatever, or, you know how that one goes. You're like, bro, that was a rattle cage, you just tried swapping in there. Instantly leave. Yep, good old scams. How do people get scammed in this game? Oh, there's a little bit of one. Can we get 3 sockets? Not a Ethereal, but 3 sockets. Come on. 2. It's my first Tomb Reaver, at least, though. First Tomb Reaver. But a 2-socketer. You can't really see it behind its own name here, but... Oh, well. That's cool, though. Ooh, cap with a green gem. Another classic, am I right? Yeah, 2-socketer is not going to do it for me. I'll find a 3-socketer in no time. Maybe. What do I think about the new test realm? Well, it's just stuff they're testing to see, you know, the PTR to see if they adjusted things correctly, if it landed right. I think some of the stuff didn't land right, like the amount of damages and how much the nerf was here or how much this was changed there. And I think that they're going to adjust it in the direction that's going to make people. It's in the direction of what people would want the changes to be from the PTR, is what I'll tell you. That's what I think is going to happen. But I know a lot of people aren't going to be happy because Echoing Strike isn't completely busted anymore, but... Well, maybe it will be, actually. Maybe it will be busted. I don't even know how much they're going to change what, but, I mean, they have to move stuff around. Am I right? Right. MMC says the rattle cage Tal's armor scam still happening to this day. Yeah, back when we were like 13, I could see, you know, someone just not paying it. Wait a second, you're telling me people are going to be disingenuous and dishonest? Oh my gosh, people on the internet are going to be dishonest? No way, this is unbelievable. Like back in like 01, you know, we're all falling for the Nigerian prince scam and stuff, you know. Nowadays, if you fall for a scam like that, come, you know, rattle cage scam, get out of here. Who would be dishonest on the internet? This is crazy. Part of the Ochre Crescent Moon better for your Nova Sorceress? Geez, yeah. If you don't have better gear, honestly, it would be, I would swap back and forth between those two depending on what I wanted to farm at the time. I've literally had circumstances where I'd use Crescent Moon, and then let's say I was running like the Countess, because you want to run the Countess on P1 anyways. You kill the Countess so fast that actually teleporting down to the Countess, you don't need to deal any more damage. So I would actually use a Spirit Sword over a Crescent Moon running the Countess. But let's say you need to deal more damage, like you're doing P3 Eldritch, I would use the Crescent Moon, you know, so I would say Crescent Moon 80%, but there could be instances where you want the FCR breakpoint to teleport faster or something. So that's the best bet I can give you. And yeah, if you got perfect gear as a choice, Self-Infinity is the way to go for Nova Sorcerers, by the way. Now, if you don't know if you knew that or not, but yeah. One time I had a guy click a link and it made me drop all my items. What? That's crazy. So you pretty much click the link. It sounds like you clicked the link and it probably like installed and ran a macro real quick. That would like hit the letter I and then move your mouse to here and go like this. Like, and it did that real fast or something. Like, that's what it sounds like, maybe. I'm not really sure, though. That's just my random bro speculation. Yeah, MMC's seen it. He says, yeah, that's kind of what would happen. Gotcha. Your mouse would start moving on its own. That's crazy. Man, Diablo 2 back in the day. It was crazy, though, when like, Wind Forces were like $200 a piece on eBay and stuff. Like, the whole, like, real money, like, economy of selling items on eBay and stuff. Was crazy. Swish is not to dunk on myself, but the first and only time I pressed Alt F4 to increase speed. Nice. I used to Alt F4 on accident all the time. I don't know why. I never tried to change any of the hotkeys or anything. Like, I never tried to adjust anything. Because you used to have to hold down the Alt key to show the items. So I'd hold down Alt all the time, every second. And then I'd be moving through my hotkeys, like up here, you know? And then I'd hit F4 and then close the game. I'm like, oh, I just did it again. Are you kidding me? I used to do it all the time. I'd Alt F4 out of games because I'm an idiot. Cool splaining. No, this is a player's 3 difficulty since I don't really have perfect gear, so. White rings, yeah, I remember. White rings, white gloves, X charms, all the different ith items. Cork bow, the great cork. Whiz spike gloves. Oculus rings. Yeah, those were the days. I was reading chat thinking there was no possible way I'd have an issue here. I don't know how, he must have had conviction or something. Thanks a lot, chat. And this was hardcore, too, so I'm toast. I gotta start a new character. That was unfortunate. Wait, what, Wait, why can't I wear my boots? Okay. Wah, wah. Oh, well. Why do you not play online? Because I do not want to. I play online for about a month after I play. It depends on the season. Usually it's about a month, though, after ladder reset, and then I play offline single player, because offline single player is, like, the best way to play. In my opinion. But I do like playing with people sometimes, so. Favorite movie of all time? How could you pick one? How could you pick one movie? Too many good movies to pick one. Too many good movies. Yeah, I don't remember I don't know what to call you because I can't read your name, but why is single player so good? Funny thing is, I actually have a video all about that. You have to check her out. Why everyone should be playing single player. Too many reasons to list even half of them because single player is so great. Ernest Halloween, nice. How would I even pick a favorite movie? I don't even know. I don't really watch a ton of movies anymore either, to be honest. But I don't know. I say for movies, I like it's a lot of the comedies that every dude liked back in the day. You know, whether it's Beer Fest or Super Troopers or like I don't know. You know, that kind of Team America, World Police. A lot of I don't know, just a lot of those Anchorman. The first Anchorman was insane, you know, but I haven't watched a lot of that stuff in a long time, though. Old School, yeah, another good movie, yeah. Another good movie. Yeah. What's let's see. Boondock Saints. Who didn't love that movie? Am I right? Bulba, welcome in. Office Space. Okay, yeah, another classic there. Yep. Dang, I keep hitting the wrong button over and over. Where they at? There they are. Two o'clock. Not going to read chat right now. You guys aren't going to take me out again. You already cost me a bunch of experience last time. Can't trust you people. Did I play any other games? Not much anymore, no. Don't really have the time. Don't want to take the time, I should say. Buff dude. I don't know who that is necessarily. Like Fernando Mendoza. I don't know. The name sounds familiar, but I don't know if it just sounds like generic Hispanic name or if it's like what, or if it's actually a name that is familiar to me. Oh, the new quarterback that got drafted. Oh, that's why I was like, why do I know that name? But I don't know. I don't want to. No. The #1 overall quarterback. I didn't follow his college career all that much, I'm going to be honest, but he was like guaranteed #1, you know, like that's what everybody's saying. So I guess I don't have some in-depth like take on it. Just like everybody said he was going to be the #1 guy, and we'll have to see what happens. Ty Simpson to the Rams is probably the more interesting one in my opinion. That was not completely out of nowhere, but I thought in my head, I think I said it on stream the other day too, that like that, you know, Ty Simpson's got to go somewhere, and like the Rams, Stafford's about to retire, you know, like they could do that. Not that I'm some genius or anything, but I had heard some people that were kind of high on Ty Simpson, and they, you know. Jordan Lloyd, he's saying he was system quarterback. You're kind of insinuating. I mean, I don't know. I don't like the whole system quarterback, like, kind of cliche that people would say or whatever. Because, I mean, every quarterback's got to learn a system and get really good at it. Like, the coach tailored a system to the quarterback. Well, that's what every coach should do. You know what I mean? We'll have to see, though. You know, I mean, a lot of it I feel like comes down to work ethic in the NFL for quarterbacks. Like, you have to study every hour of the day, and then you just have to be naturally the GOAT, you know what I mean, to be really, really good. So we'll see, you know. Like, did anybody, obviously no one thought Tom Brady was going to be that great getting, you know, where he got drafted. Like, nobody believed, you know. And then Beans, yo, thank you for the $20. Oh, no chat along with it, huh? Just supporting the channel. Well, thank you so much, Beans, for the $20 dono through Streamlabs. Appreciate you. The most goated way to support the channel, too. Because YouTube takes like 30% of whatever channel memberships and stuff, but Streamlabs doesn't take anything, but there's just that small PayPal. Whatchamacallit? Small PayPal takes like a small percentage of it, so it's sick. Got to redo that, make sure it went through. Yeah, it definitely went through. Because when I get those kind of super chat thingies, my phone actually goes off. Because I got a PayPal thing, my phone goes off actually, so yeah. Was that you, JW, I'm guessing? JW. Sick of it all. Poster child for system quarterback was JJ McCarthy. Kind of, but also kind of like, I mean, he just didn't do a whole lot when he was in college. They were winning games with him completing like 7 passes and stuff. I think that was just like pretty obvious that they weren't winning because of what he was doing, you know what I mean? Well, thank you so much, J-Dub, for the channel support. You legend. Jordan, you're about to get banned. Don't talk like that about my quarterback. Don't call my quarterback a dookie head. I mean, Goff is pretty good. He's not #1 in the league. He never will be, but he's a pretty good quarterback. The system was running the ball, talking about JJ McCarthy in Michigan. I guess so, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say that. I mean, he got his record how he, you know, won so many games that way. Really, McCarthy's stats never really looked all that great coming out of college. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know what Minnesota was thinking drafting him, to be honest. At like 10 or whatever it was, or 12 or 8 or whatever, you know. Swish. He might wear hats. I don't know. I wonder if at least he's not like Stafford. When Stafford would be like 34, come up to the podium to do press conferences wearing a backwards hat like he was 17. He always got, in Detroit, they always roasted Stafford for, he would lose a game. They would be down 36-0 at halftime, and then he'd throw like 4 touchdowns in the last like 5 minutes of the fourth quarter and lose by 3 touchdowns because he didn't do anything until the end. He kept like throwing dump off passes aside. And then he'd come out with the backwards hat on, and everyone would be just roasting him on the talk radio. Stafford when he was in Detroit. Like, why don't you throw the ball down the field before the game's over? Stafford. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was a coaching thing. Maybe the coaches always told him not to do that. I don't know. Ooh. Mendoza going to be another Tebow. Haven't heard that comparison by anybody. I wouldn't think so. The thing that's crazy about Tebow, doesn't he have an all-time like winning record? he couldn't get a job as a backup, and he's like 9-7 all time, with like, and he's like 3-1 in the playoffs or something, something weird like that, some weird stat like that. Couldn't even get a job as a backup. I mean, he wasn't great at throwing a football, but like, I don't know. How can you just never give somebody a chance when they win when they win a bunch of games? I don't know. Like, I guess it was the system, right? Raced, yo, yeah. Yeah, I got stuff going on later, so I was streaming during the day. Glowing Shield, Fist Strike. So it's called Holy Shield. A skill for the Eladin. Holy Shield. Tiba was great. Yeah, I don't know. You win games. I mean, you get a W. I mean, I don't know. I feel like you got to give somebody a chance when they get W's, right? Swish talking about, you know, Stafford throwing for 5 touchdowns in the fourth quarter all the time when he played for Detroit. The team probably stopped. Yeah, they, of course, kind of what you're saying there. I'm sure they drop into prevent defense and they're like, all right, just get him to waste time, and they just let him throw the ball everywhere, right? Yeah, Stafford was. We used to call him Stat Padford because he'd always be padding his stats. You know, he wouldn't throw any touchdowns through his first 3 quarters, and then he'd throw 3 of them in the. They're like, Stafford tried everything, but why didn't you score any points in the first half? Sick of it all. Said he was 2. I did hear about that one there where he was 2 for 8 passing. Yeah, I did. I feel like I just watched a YouTube video where they talked about Tebow the other day. They mentioned that stat. Completed 2 passes. One was like a 50-yard. He had 2 passes for like 70 yards. One of them was a 55-yard touchdown. Yeah. Bush said Stafford lost me more fantasy games than anyone. Dude's unexplainable. Meaning he didn't get points for you, or he got points against you? Both? Gotcha, okay. Yeah, quarterback in really a lot of positions. To me, it's kind of crazy that, like, if you're drafted in the first round, you just automatically get like 2 or 3 years of like leash to just like suck and suck and suck. And then they're finally like, all right, we give up on you. But then if there's a guy that gets drafted in like the 5th round, it's like, go out there, you win 3 games, you throw for like 270 yards and like 2 touchdowns every game. They're like, get this guy back on the bench. We need to get Geno Smith back out there, you know? Not always, but, you know, there's obviously the Brock Purdy's where, you know, he plays all year and then they just end up giving him a real chance. But for the most part, like, if you don't have that high draft capital, you just get no opportunity to play. Boy, I still can't believe, though, and I mentioned it at the start of stream, but it's been a while. What? I don't know if there's anybody, NFL fans in here, or Arizona Cardinal fans. What is Arizona thinking by taking Jeremiah Love at 3rd? The way the rookie pay scale works, isn't he guaranteed like $22 million a year or something? Being drafted 3rd overall? When Saquon Barkley is getting like $16 million a year? A guaranteed like top 5 running back in the league? And they just signed Tyler Algier. And the last season they just re-signed, what's his name, Connor. And 2 years ago they just drafted Trey Benson in the 2nd round. Like, what are they doing? It's like 50 mil. Well, it's like that's not per year, right? I'd have to look it up. Why don't we Google it real quick? It's faster than It won't. It'll just take me a second. NFL draft rookie pay scale. That's got to be it, right? Number 1 overall makes 54 mil. What is this? Top 5 picks range from 54 to 47 million. So that's over 4 years, right? So that's not as high as I thought it was. I thought it was higher than that. Is that over 4 years? With a fifth year option. Structure, 4-year deals. Okay, I thought it was a little more than that, but still. You just paid a guy 12 mil, and then you signed this guy for 50 mil, we'll just call it. Which is like another 12 mil. I don't know what they're paying Connor, but it's probably like 10 mil, because he's a veteran, right? You got 35 mil between 3 different quarterbacks, and they just re-signed Bam Knight, and I don't know what they're thinking. I just don't know what they're thinking. Browns Super Bowl? Yeah, maybe. It might happen. Might happen. Blake Miller pick. Now I need refresher. Is that the guy the Lions took? Is that the lineman that the Lions took? I can't remember for sure. If it is the Lions guy that they took, I'm fine with it, I guess. I'm not a slappy on watching watching college linemen, like knowing everything about how good they're going to be. But yeah. If it's the Lions guy, then yeah, I like it. Yeah, the Lions guy. Yeah, he missed 0 games in his 4-year college career. He missed a total of 2 practices his whole college career. Crazy. So that's a good sign, for injury anyways. And he's supposed to be pretty good, so, Those are some stats I heard. Oh, is Calvin Johnson going to play this year? Great. Just great. MMC says all the heat cooked our brains. Yeah, so apparently the Arizona owner overruled everybody and forced them to take Love, and he literally said that they need the flashy pick to sell tickets, to sell season tickets and to sell jerseys. Like, apparently he literally said this. Oh, but John, my battle order's up. Like, what are you? You gotta be kidding me, bro. Gots to be kidding me. The Lions signed Antonio Brown? Yeah, right. That guy's gonzo. I mean, he's in prison, isn't he? Didn't he go to... I don't know if he actually went to prison or not. Maybe he ran to... Did he get arrested and then he was on bail and he ran to Dubai to hide from the police or something? I forget exactly, but he... Oh, ooh, okay. There's a cool one. I think we found one of these earlier too, but another Storm Shield. That's a cool one. Good item. Yeah. Fistike Arachnus Mesh, congratulations. I wouldn't mind getting myself one of those, to be honest. Wouldn't mind getting me one of those. Currently on house arrest, says Jordan. Gotcha. Yeah, because he got in a bar fight, like out in the parking structure, and then pulled out a gun and started shooting or something. Missed everybody somehow. I forget exactly what happened, but... Yeah, attempted murder there. You don't want to do that. Tip from me to you. I'm not your lawyer, but attempted murder, bad, don't do it. Ben says, can't believe Diablo dropped something real good. Sometimes he can. Sometimes he can. Ben Tellieli. First time catching the stream. Welcome in. Welcome in there over on Twitch. Oh my gosh. Can I click the skill, please? Old school LOD when you teleport with the skill tree or stats page. Does that work in D2R? Yeah, you can still do that. I don't utilize it all that much myself, but you can still do that, and you'll go a little bit further, I guess, than you would if you didn't. I don't know the percentage-wise. You said 1.5 times before. I don't know if it's still that, but every once in a while I will. It depends. Depends what I'm doing. See, Ben, there you say Shaft Stop and Drax you can never find from him. Shaft Stop, huh? Shaft Stop's not too uncommon, but Diablo drops some stuff once in a while. He doesn't give me too crazy good stuff all the time, but I think the last Holy Grail I did, I got my first Shaco off of Diablo, actually. Man, did they nerf Arcane or Chaos Sanctuary or what? What's going on here? I think they nerfed this place, huh? Oh, you said that's the only good item he dropped for you. I misread that one, Ben. Jake, I am using the loot filter exactly the way I want to use it. Or wait. I thought... Oh, wait, it's not on. I thought it was on. Why did it do that? Oh, see, I was a little bit confused that it wasn't blocking out more of the stuff. I forgot to turn it on. You are right. Never mind. I'm completely wrong. You're right. I'm a butthead. I was thinking it was on. It was just showing a lot of stuff. I don't know what I was thinking. Inexplicable. Do forgive me. Hard to configure. Yeah, I don't have it block out too, like I don't have it go too crazy. Just smaller, and then I have the potions turned off. I don't make it super crazy individualistic. Like I don't block out long swords now and stuff. I just block out like stuff I never could pick up. I could probably return on the potions because sometimes I pick up like potions, but we'll just leave it off. I'm not picking any of this up. I do kind of I like loot filters, but I really don't like the way this one is set up, to be honest. Like you said, it's annoying the way that it's set up, yeah. Now I'm going to find a high rune. Yeah, right. I probably set it up on wrong on accident. It's blocking out all the runes, isn't it? Blocking out everything Vex and higher. Whoops. Hero. This is players 3. 2 Geeds back to back in cast yesterday, says Dreams. Congrats on that one. Hopefully they're both perfect. The confusion about the loot filter is because it's designed poorly. That's the confusion about it. Like with the loot filter, why wouldn't you be able to just go in here and click off the things that you want to hide? Like if you want to hide all inferior items, and then you want to hide all potions, throwing potions, why does that then show all the potions? Because it's set up to hyper-specify based upon having hyper-specificity on each one of these things. Like, it's just set up dumbly. You should just check off the things you don't want to find. And then if it's checked off to not find, it shouldn't show. You know what I mean? it shouldn't have to go hyper specificity like that. Like that could be an option to do in some other way. But like, if you want to be that specific to not find specifically inferior longswords, you want to block off only that, you know. It should be real basic to check off, and then there's a way to go in and make it less specific. In my opinion. But I mean, now that I know that it does that it's set up, I just don't try to make it super specific. Because then you'd have to go through and like nitpick every little thing, you know what I mean? You'd have to have a 75 condition thing. Like, yeah, I'm good. For the most part, too, though, in my opinion, if you just hide, like, gold under, like, 5,000, that's, like, 50% of the things that are around that you don't want to see. And, yeah, I super don't want to go so hyper-specific to where, like, each individual thing you want to block out, like, for example, there's like greater talons all ID to try to get like 6 to traps with, you know, 40 increased attack speed or whatever. Or there's like certain druid pelts. Like, do I want to go through and specifically check off that there's certain claws that you can't get the right skills on, so go through and check off not to find those, but leave the greater claws and the greater scissor swahians or whatever. And then like, you know, I don't want to go in and specify it down that much. That's way too much work. Pismeyer, loot filter for dummies. He's getting it print. You want me to print it for you? We could work together. I could print. You come up with the plan. I'll print it for you. Copy PoE loot filter. Never seen it before, but yeah. I had loot filters for Diablo 2 before that I used on single player for Pluggy. They were just normal, worked great, you know. I don't know why they made this one the way it was. And I assume, well actually I do, I have a feeling. I don't know for sure. But I'm assuming this was just the easiest way to program it. That's my guess. Chase says we need some light. Oop, I clicked off the monitor real quick. My bad. Got a little aggressive there. Chase said we need some likes. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button on YouTube for me. Help me out. That like button for me on YouTube. Appreciate you. I'm not asking either. Do it. I do it for sure. Yeah, Adams. That's what a lot of people did. What you said there. He says you make one rule where you hide everything. And then you go through and make a rule to show, and you check off all the stuff that you want to show. That does not seem like how you would want to have a loot filter set up. But probably like 80% of people have said that that's what they did. Because instead of just being able to check off and hide the things that you want to hide, it's got to be however it is here. So they just do the opposite and check off the stuff they want to see. Grand Charm. Maybe we'll take the Ammon. Using Llama's loot filter. Yeah, I mean, or that's what a lot of other people do. And just don't worry about trying to actually design a loot filter the way that you want it. Just download one that a content creator spent a bunch of time to do, and then you don't have to worry about it. Yeah. It sounds weird, but I actually like that not everything is blocked out. I hate when you go around taking out monsters and you don't see any items dropping. It makes me just feel like I'm not doing anything, you know? Like, sure, I'm never going to pick up a white tomahawk, but like, I like seeing stuff drop. So I know that I'm doing something, if that makes sense. Kind of doesn't make sense, but it kind of does. Ismail says LK in the pits. Yeah, LK is loot filter is clutch for sure. For sure. See, I get paranoid that I messed up the loot filter and it's hiding everything. Right. Yeah, I've definitely been there. Actually, when I go back to town here, maybe I'll test it real quick just to make sure. Huh? Throw some stuff on the ground and make sure it's showing. Like, is this working? Did I block everything out? Nope. It's working. What? Smokes. Nice, Fistike. Another Arachne Smash. Congrats! Jordan said he uses his eyes and brain as the loot filter. Nice! How do you configure that one? Roll on war traps. The ones I got, I don't even have war traps on right now, actually. I don't know if you're talking to me or somebody else. Alright, let's double check. Alright, is it showing high ruins? It's not showing it. Unless I hover over it. I'm just joking. I didn't have the show item, just kidding. Good. Still working. Gotta make sure. Yeah, Jordan. Beer and THC superpowers your eyes and brain loot filter, huh? Impressive. Oh, AXCX up here. Said it found some more traps. Nice. Didn't see that one a second ago. Chalupian says you get nervous with Llama's loot filter doing LK because you don't see anything. Do you always check your toggle to make sure? Like toggle it off and on or whatever? Yeah, that's what I don't know. I like being able to see items. And then I'll check it like that, you know, so. Burr for a Shaco? Kimbo, I'm really not sure. At this point in ladder, or if you're on non-ladder, I don't think a Shaco is worth a Burr. It's probably worth like an Ist or a Vex, somewhere in there. Somewhere between those two. I don't know if the value would be down to Ist yet. Adam said you got just rares and uniques and rings and amulets. So you don't ID any blue pelts or any claws or any of that kind of stuff that can roll like incredibly valuable items or runeward bases or anything. Interesting. I would highly recommend you pick up perfect ethereal Breath of the Dying bases and stuff, but you know, teach their own. Let's get out of here. I'm about to get taken out. Got a Shaco recently. Nice. Shacos are always hyped to find. Why is the Arachne's mesh like so dark? I don't know. When you have it on a character, people are like, how come you're not wearing a belt? And I'm like, I am. And they're like, oh. Yeah, forget those guys. Shaco Taco. Taco. Jordan, if they were pronounced the same, they'd be spelled the same. True story. Go get some tacos. Yeah, I could go for maybe. Ooh, maybe I'll do tacos for dinner today. Could do tacos. Adam said can't be bothered with any blue items anymore. Gotcha. Gotta teach their own, you know. Boy, just go right past blue monarchs and stuff. Oof. Crazy. Be tough to know you're just passing by something you could pick up that'd be worth like 50 burr runes. What day did everyone have tacos on? Let me know in the comment. Adam said you got to show all socketed items too. Gotcha. Yeah, you didn't mention that before, but yeah, that would make sense. I was going to say, like, 4 socketed ethereal superior 15 ED man catchers. You just like, I don't need those. Viv says everyday tacos. What? Every day? There's no way that's possible. I call BS. Not, you couldn't possibly eat tacos every day. It's like I have hamburger tacos, but I just put the hamburger on a bun. It's a hamburger on a bun taco. It's like, well, that's just a hamburger. French fry tacos, just with no tortilla. Called him out. There are all sorts of tacos, you ain't wrong. Can you run the spec on budgets? Yeah, you sure can. It'd be kind of like a Players 1 master. Like, don't think you're doing budget and you're rocking like Players 7, no problem, but... I get an ethereal base for an insight or something here, bro? What's Taco Thursday? I'm not sure what part of that, if you're joking about or not, but yeah, just like Taco Tuesday, but you just say Thursday. Can't tell if you're joking or not, but pretty much that. Any day you eat tacos is just taco that day. Budget Arctic Blast Druid. Any build? Battle Belt. I don't know if I found this one yet. It's like Wilhelm's or something. Meg said you've seen these staffs. Oh, 4-socket Ethereal Archon staffs listed for 20 jaws. Crazy. Yeah, well, when literally everybody is running Echoing Strike, I guess, right? Yeah, Jordan, shocking news, I know, right? You can wait, you can eat tacos on days that aren't Tuesday? I know, I didn't believe it at first either, but then I looked into it, and technically there's no law about it. It's not regulated currently, so get on, yeah, you know, the loophole. Cow King is resolute. Do not drop the headpiece. It says sick of it all. Yeah, you can't find them around anywhere. I found the boots off of some random cow, like on the playthrough, actually. But I forget what it is. You could look it up real quick. But if you really only want to find like the Cow King pieces, there's 2 of them that are most commonly found from normal difficulty cows, and one of them is most commonly found from Nightmare. You do give up like every opportunity to find anything else good, but not literally exclusively. You could find like a Talos amulet or something, but you know, mage fists along the way there too or something, but you know. If that's like your last grail items or something. Soulmorn said you got the 3 pieces recently for the Cow King set. Congratulations. Yeah, a lot of people say they struggle with them, but I mean, like, I don't know. I did one video where I did 100 cow runs, and I just had all the pieces, and then I had all these people saying like, "Oh my gosh, how'd you find the Cow King pieces? It's crazy." And I'm like, I didn't know it was really that hard. I just went and did some cow runs, and I found them. I don't know. I never even thought about it. I didn't know people had such a struggle with it. Cow King head is one of the pieces. Yeah, I don't know. I would just... Depends how bad you want the set or whatever, I guess, but... Oops. Rare war hat from the Cow King. Nice. Yeah, because they fixed it now to where the Cow King can drop all the pieces, I believe. So you should be able to... The Cow King's going to probably have the best odds, but like other people mentioned, you can find them from any of the cows around too. Gnomesky runs the Cow King boots as your main, so your main piece of gear, huh? I mean, they weren't bad. I was using them on the playthrough, but obviously I switched to Alders here. One other thing I was thinking about switching to as well is I was thinking about switching over to you guys hitting the like button on YouTube. I don't know if you guys knew about that or not. But yeah, if you hit the like button on YouTube, you have a 200% chance of finding a high rune today. Like you guys do, so make sure you hit it. Let's see. Ben said what you're missing. Immortal King's armor, I believe is what you said there. Immortal Kings. Move. Not enough monsters to worry about dealing with. Ben Teliali. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate you for the Jeff Bezos subscription. Oh. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's called a segue, right, Megs? Called a segue. I'm getting better at it. You just say something that has nothing to do with what you're saying, what you want to talk about, and then just say it. Nailed it. Should we subscribe? Yeah, you know what, Chase? You should subscribe. Yeah. Thank you for asking about that. I assume anyone chatting on YouTube, you probably subscribed already, since you can't chat in the YouTube chat unless you subscribe to the channel, so. Run Neolithic TZ next. If that's what's coming up next, I probably will not, no. I'm just doing Chaos Sanctuary. Maybe later. Maybe some other day. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Go with the big tellies. Bodner, you'll only sub if you see Mosaic gameplay. Soon enough. It's been coming around soon enough. Ooh, Jeweler's Zakharum. Ooh, Ethereal Jeweler's Zakharum Shield of Deflecting with 45 all res. Come on, baby. Oh, Artisans though. What a ridiculous roll if it was something like that. So if it was Ethereal, what would you have to Zod it and then put... You'd Zod it and put 3 40-15s in it and just be crazy? Beating the game on every difficulty increased drop rates. No. So actually beating the game doesn't change the drop rates. Like, really, no. Am I going to play Mosaic after Blizzard fixes it? If I won't go blind when playing it, and it isn't absolutely busted, then I would probably play it, yeah. Maybe I'll even play it before that, who knows? Who knows, right? Will you go down already? Jeez. Get some gamer glasses. You get a welding mask or something, yeah. Kita gotta come in with the well, actually. Because you get the quest drops when you beat the boss, and then when you beat the boss, so the drop rates do change. Actually, Phil. Yeah, never mind. We'll just let that one simmer, I guess. My prescription glasses have an extra goodie in it for computing, so I don't have to buy those glasses for the computer. Oh, good for you. Silaspen's website brighter than Mosaic. I actually got dark mode to work over on that thing now, so I don't have to worry about it. I got a couple. I downloaded a dark mode reader on Firefox, so yeah. Don't need. Now it's nice and dark again. Legendary. Ventilele. Sub paid off. Got a shale from Trav. Legendary. Ooh. That's some good luck right there. Maybe. Nice. Runes popping off. A little Meg said you rock Tyrell's Might on your bow is on. Interesting. Alrighty. Man, nothing again. I'm about to do 100 runs and my best drop is like a Storm Shield. And we got here almost 3 o'clock. All right, all right. Tomb Reaver, even though it only had 2 sockets, better than Storm Shield? I would say no. I would use a Storm Shield, but I've never used a 2-socketed Tomb Reaver before. Never. Jason, appreciate you. Peace out. Dev said someone got mad at you for actuallying them in Discord. You got to make sure that if you're going to actually somebody, you start it with actually, and then you say it, because then you know that you're actuallying and you're like joking about it. I don't know what you did necessarily, but Kiddas, Meph's been looted by so many people, there's nothing left to drop. Yeah, I mean, if we thought about this logically, that's how it would be, but 25 years of just getting absolutely wrecked. Run, 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 run. Well. Yeah, actually, Inc. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing to say about it, I guess. I feel like all you have to do is start the sentence with, I think that blah, 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 or I'm pretty sure that blah, blah, blah. And you say what is actually the truth, because then it sounds like you're not being overconfident, like, actually what you're saying is wrong and what I know that is right, you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure actually that, little mana recharge. Oh, check this one real quick. What's it got on it? Anything I want to do? Anything I want to use? Ooh, okay, well, at least it's a usable armor for something. A 3-socketed ethereal if I want a high defense treachery or something. Or an ethereal enigma or something like that if I want to do. It's something at least. Something I would use. Ethereal enigma for the Act 3 Merc. Ooh. There you go. Oh my gosh, he just... Yeah, Adam said, did tech support for 27 years. You learn never speak in definitives. Yeah. It's always, I think, blah. I believe, blah, blah, blah. I'm pretty sure, blah. Live early on a Friday with no printer. Yeah, I got something going on later, and to be perfectly honest, I really don't feel very good. So I didn't want to get too crazy today too. So. Good old Mercenary just wrecked. Any beers last night? No, I haven't been feeling good for like 2 weeks, to be honest. Probably like a month, actually. Obviously not everyone was around, but there was like a month ago where I like almost passed out on stream. And I felt like really super bad, and then I don't even know what's... I've been to the doctor a few times, and they're like, I don't know, there's nothing wrong with you. I'm like, oh, okay, well, what do you want me to tell you? I don't know. And then like my ear's been bugging me, and it's like been itchy and hurts a ton, and I go to the doctor and they're like, yeah, we don't see anything wrong with it. I'm like, this one right here, because like I can hear stuff in it, and they're like, no, I looked in it, there's nothing in there. I'm like, it hurts, my whole head hurts over here, like I don't know, there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, I'm making it up, I guess. I don't know. Here's my money. Take my money. You're telling me I'm fine. Okay, well, I mean, okay, never mind. You know, I don't know. Oh no. Just take a full rejuve, you'll be fine. I didn't think about it that way. Shut up and take my money. Yeah, well, it's not me yelling that, but that's it. Yeah, it's like, I'm coming in, my ears hurt. Do I have an ear infection? Do I need to take nothing? Take something, like figure this out, figure that out. Nope, don't see anything wrong. That'll be $500, please. Wait, no, wait. We gotta figure out what's wrong with my ear. Nothing wrong with it. Can't see nothing. 500, please. Get out of here. We got another person to come in. Like, take their money, and then tell them there's nothing we can do for you. Bye. Love doctors. Well done steak. Hey, well done steak could probably fix it up. Probably. Called getting old. So many things wrong when there's nothing wrong. Yeah, well, I don't know when you're 39 if you should be. I don't know. I guess so. Dude, Willie, yo! Yeah, Friday. Did an early Friday stream instead of my normal late Fridays. Got some plans later. Welcome in, Willie. Hopefully you probably got a good day planned. Meg said that's what happened to your mom too. Shut up and give me your money type of thing. Yeah, you'd think. I don't know. Maybe it's even almost better, because what do you really want? Like, what would you rather have? A doctor that like makes you keep coming back over and over again to like, oh, we'll need to treat you. We got to check. We got to look again in a week. We need to come back and do this. Or one that goes, yeah, you don't need to keep coming in or nothing like that. Just there's nothing wrong. You just need to give it some time and you'll be fine. I don't know. I guess I'd almost rather have that. I don't know. What I really want is for him to go, you know what? I know exactly what's wrong. Take this pill for one a day for 3 days and you'll be fine. It'll all be better. That's what I want. And then I'll take that for 3 days and I'll be fine. Viv. Oh, Blizz Biggie, yo!
Underscore hype. Underscore legend. Underscore let's go. Underscore Ogre.
Ogre! Yo! See, she pronounced it Ogre. AI voice pronounced it Ogre. Must be true. Thank you so much for the 49 months of Saleya shit. Appreciate you. Best thing I've ever gambled? I don't know about best. Rarest thing I've ever gambled was a Metal Grid, which is pretty cool. That was not D2R though. That was in D2 a long time ago. Long time ago. I'm like 10 years there, yeah. Showtime. Bombay Showtime. Something like that. Gambling Cornets, level 92 or higher preferred. I'm not really sure on that. I feel like you don't need to be super high leveled, but I could just... I don't do a lot of gambling, so it's not something I memorized and don't remember, so... Should I change my handle to Blizz Biggie? Biv Biggie. No. You need to change your handle to a normal one, not copying someone else's. That confuses me. It does look like Blizz. Come on, don't do that, Biv. Come on. You trolling me? Biv Biggie. Not bad. I don't need any other distractions that challenging me. If you made it long enough, then it wouldn't be confusing because I could tell it was you for sure. Axel, welcome in. Yeah, we got a abnormal early Friday stream. I know a lot of the regulars are like, what? I wasn't expecting you again. Yeah, my bad. Switch it up every once in a while. Just like you remember your first white wand back in the day? Talking about, some people on Twitch are talking about things that used to be super exciting. Finding your first rune and stuff. I don't even remember my first rune. I don't know. I don't remember stuff like that. I do remember when I first logged on and there was like all these new rune words. I was like, wait, nobody uses rune words. And then everyone had these crazy rune words and I was like, what? What is going on here? Bulbasaur, yo! Thank you so much for the $10.
Bull booba boo boo but bulba 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 bulba. Translation and also leveling up my tally for my first SSF Uber. Bulba BUBUBUBU aka get slaying GGG. GGGG. GG no rematch.
Thank you so much for the $10 and good luck on your pally. Appreciate you, Bulba. Bulba, 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 Bulba. GGGGGG. Whoops. Yeah, I'm thinking after playing this right here, I think what would help me a ton is if I farmed up some torches. I gotta look at how many keys I got from the Countess and go get enough sets of keys to go run like 10 or 20 torches or whatever. Let's see. It's Growl. What are you looking for on your blue jabs? So I only identify the class specific for the Amazon ones, and I look for, you can get up to 6 total to javelin and spear skills with increased attack speed. That's what I'm looking for. Whoopsie. This guy. Viv, everybody. Viv, everybody. Click the thing. Thank you. That. Okay, at least a good ring or something. Come on. Min-max damage. Ooh, some fire. Yeah, Bob, Viv went a little out of control here, huh? Remember 09 Valor, the plus skills, crazy stuff back then. So that would have been like the 08. You said 09, but you must be talking about the ones prior to 09, the 08 Valor and stuff. I sort of did. I never had any of that stuff because I wasn't like one of those people, but... I've seen them around once in a while. I never had any of them, but... Bob says YouTube busted. Twitch only lets you change your name once every 6 months. Yeah, being able to spam change it is kind of a bit, you know. Oh. Bent saying, thanks for the budget Uber Smiter build. Thanks for watching, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thoughts on day one draft? I'm fine with who the Lions got, I guess. Everybody else. I think mainly just the only thing about other teams is the Cardinals. What are you doing? Drafting Love there at 3. When you just signed Tyler Algier, you signed Connor last year. The year before that, you drafted Trey Benson in the 2nd round. And you just re-signed Bam Knight, too. Like, what are we doing here? Am I right? What are we doing? What are we doing? Burrito or burger? Burrito Friday or Burger Friday? Oof, tough choices. Burrito. The Axel saying Cardinals doing Cardinals thing. Yeah, I heard a quote from the owner saying that they wanted to take Love, and I don't know if this like leaked out or how this happened, but he said they wanted to take Love because they wanted an exciting offensive player to sell more season tickets in jerseys and stuff. Narcified saying the Rams taking Ty. Yeah, a little bit out of left field, but also, I mean, if you're going all in for it, like for one more year with Stafford, you'd think you wouldn't want to do that. But if you're really looking to keep it going, like you got Puka, who's young, running backs, you can always kind of filter in a new one, but they got Kyron, and you know, whatever else they got going on. Like if they want to keep it rolling for more years after just this season, they kind of, you know, I don't know. Maybe they're not sure if Stafford can even make it through the whole season again, you know what I mean? Maybe they count their lucky blessings. He was as healthy as he was last year, you know? Mage Damon saying, if you want to eat tacos any day, you just change your PC date to a Tuesday, and then, yeah, it checks out. Like Terror Zones, right? You just change it at the right time. Gotta have the heir apparent. I mean, you don't have to, but you can go all in and just try to win another Super Bowl, and like, but how much would another, you know, I don't know. Hard to say. Hard to say. Icho, welcome in. So, unfortunately, I was actually just about to dip off here. Got to go get the kid from school here pretty soon and stuff. So, unfortunately for those that just hopped in. But I appreciate y'all joining me, hitting the like button on YouTube, all that stuff. Make sure you guys check out the video of like the perfect maps to look for when you're farming offline single player. Interesting video. I kind of put up clips even from back in old D2 days of good good, like really good maps I had even back in the LOD days. So check that one out. But yeah, with that being said, peace out and keep slaying. Ooh yeah.